Hello and welcome everyone to Talladega Super Speedway. You are watching the Iracing East Series presented by HomesNow. If you're up in Bellingham, Washington, check out HomesNow. A lot of cool things that them guys are doing up there. Very awesome to be a part of it here on ESPN. Welcome to Talladega Super Speedway, one of the fastest tracks these guys go to, and actually it is probably the fastest these guys go to. Tonight we're in the Truck Series. We've seen some great racing last week in a Monster Energy Cup Series, and Brody Smith walked out of there with the win after only leading 4 laps, being pushed to the win by Cody Smith, his brother, and only one caution that race. So I expect some good racing as well again here tonight. So we'll just have to wait and see. Got about 4 minutes left in practice right now. Leandro Souza? Mattis? I'm probably butchered your name. Sorry. I do that from time to time. But you see the little pit party start to grid up here at the in the pit road. Anywho, what is it? 70 laps tonight on schedule, and pit stops probably going to be around 25 or so. We'll have to wait and see as guys get ready to roll out to get one big pit practice in before we go green flag here at one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. Going to be a good one, and we're going to see speeds up to 200 miles per hour, and these guys are going to have their hands full because it is hot and slick. As we get a look real fast, look at our weather. It is 120-degree track temp, so very slick. Wind speed fluctuating. You see it going up and down, up to 7 miles an hour right now. Tri-oval could be very difficult as these guys work through there. The back end could get lighter as they start getting a little bit low on gas, so going to be issues probably with that. Also going to be issues getting on pit road, as all super speedways are. Pit road really got to be willing to communicate and work with team and work with any driver that you can get around you in order to get to pit lane safely and exit safely. Don't want to have any mistakes on pit road. We've seen that cost a couple drivers last week. Anyway, I also want to give a shout out to Iracing iFlag. If you're interested in buying an iFlag, check them out. You just type in Iracing iFlag on Google and get one of them. You can use code eSports2019, saves you 15% off. And we're awesome to have them not only sponsoring or presenting this league, or a sponsor of this league, but also a sponsor of ESPN. So, really glad to have them on board with us for the foreseeable future anyway. This right here is only race number 2 out of 22 or 23, I believe. So, we still got a lot of racing left to go here this season. As I mentioned, Brody Smith, last week's winner, being pushed to the win by Cody Smith. Only led 4 laps, however. Connor Traferi, I believe is how you say his name, is probably wrong, finished in 6th, led 16 laps, and Jason Papp, who's finished in 10th in that race, got wrecked there towards the end after being out front for 25 laps in that one. So somebody to keep an eye on during this race right now. As I mentioned, Leandro up in first right now. Here in the practice session, which practice don't really mean too much, but never know. Zach Bowerman, we seen him with pole last week. Cody Smith currently in 3rd, and Greg McHoney is in 4th, and that runs out the top 4. So, qualifying about to start up here in just a few moments. It's 5 minutes in qualifying. A little bit of information about us. We will be broadcasted as well. Actually, we got 2 broadcasts tonight. One of them is about to start here within the next, what is it? I think it's still a little ways away. I think it's still got about 45 minutes or so. And the Paskey's Racing Series will be on ESPN as well, broadcasted by Sam Cooper Bennett. He'll be over there doing that. And then tomorrow night, it is NASCAR here on ESPN. And then Sunday night, they got another doubleheader. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be out of town, so I don't know if I'm going to be in any of them events. But I do know that they got 2 races that they're broadcasting that as well. So, yeah, a lot of racing coming up. You can subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you like us on Facebook. We always post there and stuff like that as well about our races upcoming and all that good stuff. Meanwhile, these guys just had a race not too long ago. You can check these guys out, by the way, the website. Check them out at Iracing East Series. I apologize. and is iracingeast.wixsite.com. You can check them out. They just had a big race not too long ago, this past week, in the Cup Series. I believe they raced, where was it? Was it New Hampshire? I think they raced that last week. I believe so. They raced Pocono this coming weekend in this Cup Series. And who was it that won? Chris Etchpayer won, it looks like, in the Kentucky race. Actually, led 14 laps. So, good for him. Awesome win. Qualifying set to begin now. We're waiting on the first driver to roll out. And it looks like Nathan Stewart may be the first one. You see what he's doing. I hope everybody takes note of that. He's backing up. We're going to jump over because he's going to get him a minute to go rolling. As Paul in at 43 heading out on track. A bunch of other guys starting to roll out as well. Timothy Jenkins rolling out. Chris Ingalls rolling out. Chris Worrell rolling out. Jeremy Boucher rolling out. And Nate Stewart also now on track. Zach Bowerman actually rolling out as well. So, what you want to do here in qualifying, you want to run that high line like every super speedway we're going to go to this year. You want to run that super high line right up there where he's at now and try to get that first pit stall. Very important here. Could help. But you're going to run that high line right up against the wall both laps. His out lap and his first lap. And then what we will see him do, we'll actually see him drop below to that bottom line on his second lap. So, as we take a look at him, you see him out there. Meanwhile, let's do this real fast because I forgot to do this. There we go. Take a look at some of the guys out on track because some of these guys rolling out. See some of the paint schemes these guys are running here tonight. Timothy Jenkins' paint scheme. There's Greg's paint scheme. Chris Ingalls, Cody Smith in that Mountain Dew. That's a nice looking truck. 6 with Chris Worrell rolling out. 8 truck, really nice too. Nate Stewart Procore. Old Matt DiBenedetto. There's your fastest in practice. Here's this week's winner, the number 3 Goodwrench service truck. Yeah, here we go. Qualifying, as I mentioned, underway. And our first guy is going to cross the line. Paul, he's going to actually now drop to the bottom. Actually, Chris Worrell dropped to the first lap that we've seen. So, Paul's going to begin his fast lap here. See how these guys start to roll out here in qualifying. Oh, Chris actually sideways there. Not sure what's going on there. Interesting. He's shutting the car off, it looks like. So Paul's going to be our first guy that actually crosses the start-finish line with the most speed. So that's mainly why we're focused on him right now. A couple other guys just now starting their fast lap. So there's, quite a bit of ways behind him. So we are going to jump through quite a bit here once he crosses the line. We're going to be flipping back and forth all throughout qualifying session. Still 2 minutes left here in qualifying, so guys are actually out on track now. Everybody really pretty much out there. A couple guys not electing not to qualify, but here he goes, coming to the start finish line, and it looks like it's going to be a time of a 55.331. Brody Smith working off turn 4 so far. 56 actually has turn 2, so we'll jump back to him here in just a minute. Chris Ingalls jumping up to the top of the board. He just gets knocked back by Nate Stewart as things continue to happen. Let's see. Brody Smith where is he at? Here we go. He is working off turn number 3 and 4. Last week's winner. Coming to the Tri-Oval. Looking to put down his first lap. Looking to be a 55.060. Zeshawn currently on top of the board in that number 10 truck. Here comes Brody, dropping below that yellow line, going across the start-finish line. 55.464 moves him up to 11th. Cody Smith finished runner-up last week in the number 7 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. He is starting to work through the Tri-Oval. This will be his fast lap, looking to be, once again, a 55.060 as he comes through the Tri-Oval. Across the start-finish line, he's going to bit down a 55.169. Decent lap for him, jumps him up to 5th place. Here's Greg crossing the start-finish line in that 3M Chevy. 55.185 jumps him up to 8th place. Let's see. Carlos out on track in that YouTube Chevrolet. See him, G-Force, Iracing I-Flag on the front of his truck as well. Here he comes to the start-finish line. Once again, Zishan on top of the board right now. And he will cross 55.409, puts him in 12th. Probably wanted a little bit better than that. Ryan Keller is out on track, but he's only got 6 seconds, so unfortunately his lap will not count, and he will be starting towards the back end of the field. Big group of guys here tonight. We got around 30 guys, I believe, in this race, so we'll have to take a peek at our standings here right now as I figure out what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, so you guys want to see the standings or grid. Here we go. Here's how they grid up. Zishan going to be starting in first alongside Zach in row number 1. Row number 2, we got Nate Stewart, Chris Ingalls. Row 3, Cody Smith and Jason Papp will start in 6th. Row 4, Jimmy Boucher going to be starting in 7th place alongside Greg in that car. The 34, Timothy Jennings will be rolling off in 9th alongside Paul in that 43. Leandro going to be rolling off in row 6 alongside Carlos in 12th place. In 13th, we got Dan Wickware and, sorry, not going to butcher your name, 33, I apologize. Brody Smith, winner of last week's race, going to be rolling off 14th alongside Kentucky winner this week on Monday, Chris Hitchpar. Jeff Copeland, Chris Morrow will be rolling off in row 9, row 10. As you see the rest of them, 22 drivers so far. There's Johnny Shade. We've seen him do well last week. There's Connor, who led the most laps last week in 24th. Ryan Keller, Jim Peterson, Hilton Young, John Bombard, and 29th, Darren Manning will be your field. So as I mentioned, Zishan going to be out in front here. Congratulations to him on his pole award. And I want to see if I can get him in here for a quick interview. If he is in here, give me just a minute. He is. So we will move him down here with us for a minute. Hey, Zishan, you got a copy? Oh. Hey, Zishan, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, going to be rolling off P number 1 tonight. How important is that? That first pit stall probably a little bit more important to where you actually are starting the race.
Yeah, the first pit stall is important because I don't have to slow down under yellow. I could just go to the right of pit road and maintain 50. It's also easier for getting off pit road. I'll have an easier time. Probably won't spin the tires as much as everybody else.
So I know you don't want to give too much strategy away because you never know who's listening to the broadcast and stuff like that, but can you give us any insight on maybe what strategy is going to be? You going to try to hook up with your teammates, or are you just going to try to hang out up front, or what's your plan, or if you can tell us anything?
I honestly am just going to kind of feel it out. I'm not quite too sure what my strategy is yet, but I definitely want to lead 1 lap to get a bonus point, and maybe more if I can.
All right, man. You was fast last week at Daytona. Fast again here tonight. Good luck. We'll be up here watching.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. We'll move you back up. And, there we go. So here is your pole sitter. Starting on the front row. Alongside him will be, who was that? I can't even remember who that was beside him. I apologize. ZC2 truck. Apologize about that. So many different numbers in here, guys. Hard for me to remember. Bear with me. Still getting used to all these drivers. Looking forward to a great race, though. I forgot. Some of these drivers use custom numbers, so it might take me a little bit to get used to some of them where they're starting. So just bear with me on that if you can. So there is some custom numbers that might show up a little bit different on the standings once we hit the green flag. Waiting on the pace car to take that long left-hand turn on this long pit road. This track is humongous. If you don't know a little bit about the track, there you go. Over 2.5 miles. 4 turns, of course. Track temp going to be interesting. 120 degrees. We'll see what that does to these trucks on the long run. Could very well upset them. As we get ready to go, it is the iRacing E-Series presented by HomesNow.org. Check them out as they got a rummage sale coming up on Saturday. If you're up in Washington, check it out. Green flag about to drop, and we are getting ready for the second race of the new season. Green flag is out, as I forgot to cut my spotter off. We are racing live from Talladega. Once again, iRacing Esports, as they head off into turn one, we got the 7 truck. Cody Smith already dropping back. Definitely part of his strategy. Wanted to see where he could get on the pit road, and that's why we see him dropping back towards back. He is the car on the inside of that red truck that you see moving back. Already a couple of guys actually dropping back. We got a little bit of a gap here between some of these trucks. It's interesting. One interesting thing about these trucks, if you do not know, side draft is very effective here at Talladega, and you can actually use it quite a bit. That outside line going to be interesting to watch all night long. Heading off into turn one, we talked to that number 10 earlier a few minutes ago. Zishan said he wanted to lead at least one lap here to get that bonus point. You see that gap for him, by the way, that's about, we'll call it 12 trucks. Zishan's going to get his wish, and he's going to lead the first lap here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. As I mentioned, some of these other guys towards the back end right here, just hanging around. That's Chris Esper you're looking at in that 3. And right here, from 13th back, it is basically another group of trucks. You just see them kind of spaced out from the lead pack right up here in front of you. But all of them still on the same straightaway. So we'll see if they can get single file, if they're just choosing to run back here, which is probably most likely just a strategy that them guys electing to do. Here comes a big run from about 34 on the outside. Timothy Jennings, seen him do well last week. He did a really great job. I can't remember if it was him or the 82 that pushed, or 85 I think that might have pushed Cody Smith for a long time. Zishan able to lead this lap as we start lap number 3 here. A little bit of blinking issue on Jennings' truck. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Contact! First caution of the night. Get ready to come out, and it's a big one. There's a great look as you see the truck spinning in the background. Nate Stewart involved in this one, and more. And Nate Stewart, you see the one on the bottom here. We'll go back a little bit and get an instant replay of what we can. Looks like that 8 truck may have came up just a little bit, and that's what caused this. Oof, the 40 did not have anywhere to go. Jeff Copeland went right through that, and you see all the smoke coming out. What is that? You're not ready to push out. Ooh, look at this. Oh, he got killed by the 72. Who I think kind of arc a break there a little bit. Yeah, I believe the 72 didn't lift. He, Dan Wickware drove pretty hard. Did he get hit? No. Trying to find him. Give me just a second. The wreck starts happening right there. He goes high. Yeah, he, got pretty good there. I tried to slow down, just really couldn't. So first caution comes out. A couple guys did come down pit road. Well, actually, all the guys that came down pit road had the damage. So already Johnny Shade is out of this race, and Darren Manning looks like he's officially out. There may be some other guys. Pit lane's going to be open this time. You see how the truck's actually on pit road with that damage. Here comes the rest of the field. And I'm sure we're probably going to have some more takers this time. Nate Stewart on pit road. Timothy Jennings on pit road. Dan Wickware on pit road. Jeff Copeland, Brandon Wilson, Mike Catarino, who was very fast last week, and some more coming down now. Chris Ingles coming down. Zach Bowerman, Jeremy Boucher, and Zishan actually coming down pit road. A bunch of other guys starting to follow suit as well. We did have some drivers stay out. Chris Hatchperry, Jason Papp, Greg McConey, and Carlos Michael. I might be wrong how I said that. And there you see the 10 making a little mistake on pit road. That's going to cost him some spots. Zishan had to back up, and you see See how many spots he actually loses here. He ain't gonna lose too many. He'll be all right. Going to be rolling off actually in 8th place from what I'm seeing, as the rest of the field going to be following suit. So we'll take a quick break, guys. Be right back. Message from the sponsors. Welcome back to our Racing E-Series presented by HomesNow. Check out HomesNow.org. If you are up in Washington tomorrow, make sure you check out HomesNow. They actually are having a rummage sale, and it's always great to support that because they still need volunteers, by the way, from what I heard or from what I've seen. I don't know if that's still true or not. If they're in here, maybe they can let you all know. But you could go to their website, HomesNow.org, scroll down the page, and you can actually see it. And all that good stuff. So, very cool they're doing that. Very cool little program they got going on. Very cool that we see Chris Papp out in front representing HomesNow. Iracing I flag on the side as well. And Plan B sales. Plan B, very cool as they came on board. I've shot Plan B now for, Lord, it's been a while. I've shot Plan B for a long time now. Maybe since they've opened with die-cast cars and stuff like that. So, very cool. I actually bought one of my last recent purchase from them was a Kyle Busch helmet, which was very awesome. So pretty cool. But anywho, make sure you check them out and all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, HomesNow, Iracing, iFlag, and all the sponsors here do a great job in supporting the series. These guys would not be able to host these races without the support of sponsorship. I'm just going to be honest. Broadcast, it costs money. It does. Because all broadcasters use their time to broadcast the race. Try to give everybody some insight about it. I don't do the greatest job by any means, but so it's awesome to actually be considered and able to do this for these guys and give me a chance to do it. So very awesome, and thanks to all the sponsors that do support it because it means the world to these guys, and it means a lot. So, anywho, the Ford Mustang pace car drops off the racetrack going down pit road. Green flag about to come back out as we work our first caution. We have tied the number of cautions so far this season at 1. So now we have 2 on the season. So we'll see if this holds up to be true as we already got 3 lead changes. Pace car is in, waiting on that green flag to drop. These guys waiting extra long. Green flag is out as we go back to green flag racing. I'm going to turn my spotter off, and you see that number 10 truck. We thought he'd be a little bit of trouble, but he is starting third. It's Zishan right there behind him. You see that one truck, the 63, dropping down. Actually, that is a 62 of Zach Bowerman, who is actually number 2. It's only showing 62 because he's using a custom number here tonight. So we'll see if he decides to stay there. We got some other trucks dropping way back. Remember, we had that first caution. Kind of surprised to see that first caution come out. But we did see it come out early in this one. Track temp well over 100 degrees at 120 here tonight. And how about Jason Papp going to try to lead this lap? He's got a point already for leading 2, but looking to lead his 3rd one here tonight. As the outside lane is trying to make a move up. That is the 10 truck. Zishan trying to work his way up. Being pushed right now by the 3 of Chris. And at the line, it was Jason Papp leading that lap. All right, I lied. It was Zishan actually leading it. Great pass there. Zishan going to leave the 3 truck up on the outside. See how that plays a favor. It might not hurt him too bad. Still early on in this race, but kind of surprised to see that in a way. Oh, yeah, we're starting to see that high line work his way in as the Chevy continues to lead the way. Zishan's going to drop back. A little bit of block put on there from that 3 truck. The 6 of Chris Worrell looking to take the lead on that bottom side. Which truck's going to lead this lap? Whoever will lead this lap will be the first lap led of this race. Which one's going to do it? The 3 or the 6. By the way, I asked you guys, who are you pulling for? I did see that HomesNow actually did comment. Very awesome for you guys to join us. Love what you all are doing over there. But it looks like he's pulling for the number 58 and 95 here tonight. Jim Peterson, of course, the founder. And the 95 is right now. Do I see a 95? I'm looking. Just bear with me. Oh, there he is. John LeBombard. There he is. Up in 9th right now. Taking me a little bit to get used to the numbers and stuff in here. Let's hop on board on one of these trucks. Riding on board with a 3 truck. Chris H. Power. Right beside that 85. Travis Rucker with a little bit of damage on that truck. Done a good job, though, able to hang in inside this draft. Inside the cockpit of Chris. There's Jim Peterson up on the wheel. I love the HomesNow logo on the front of his helmet. He's riding on board now with Jim. looking out the front window. You see these trucks really moving around. The wind here is absolutely crazy. I don't know if that's playing a factor or not, but the wind really is blowing quite a bit, and it seems like a lot of these guys, it could actually be moving up the track a little bit. You see the wind's just constantly changing. We had it up to 10 miles an hour a little while ago, but right now it's at all the way back on the 0 right here. But you can see now this is wind where they're at on the track, so keep that in mind. So as they come out of turn number 4, it's up to 4 miles an hour, and it is climbing. Once they head into turn 1, we're going to see wind blowing all over. It's going to be probably up to 9 or 10 miles per hour. Little tri-oval. This is right where Jim's at, that 80 or 58 truck, right at 8 miles an hour, and then you'll start seeing it dropping down the back stretch. Actually, it's climbing once again. There it comes back down. So this one is really moving around, and we're seeing most of our drivers having trouble in turn 1 of the trucks not really holding the bottom. It could be an issue to do with that weather. So very interesting aspect. I really didn't think of that. I didn't actually know it showed live wind like that on that, so it's pretty neat. Out in front, by the way, it was Chris Worrell leading the last 2 laps. He was able to get a few bonus points. You see one truck actually dropping off the racetrack. Unfortunately, that is the Allied truck coming really slow. Brandon Wilson going down pit road. He is a few laps down, unfortunately for him. Not pretty much done. We started this race out with 29 different drivers, and we are down to 22 after the big one happened early. And now we're starting to get a little bit more single file, but you see them coming up off the bottom. That's where it gets interesting because, as I mentioned, that wind. See them blowing these trucks around. Here's another little group right here. This is being led by Brody Smith. It's a group of 4. Brody Smith, Jeremy Boucher, Carlos, and Connor. That 25, all just riding around. Don't look like there's any damage. It looks like their call was more strategy than anything. They are riding behind quite a bit. And then you've got the 93, Ryan Keller, trying to catch up, as well as some other guys as well. So right now it's pretty much a, 11 truck breakaway out in front of this field. There's the 95 at the back end of the field, just kind of minding his business right now. See him with the HomesNow logo on the front of the hood. We got one truck up in the wall. He really wanted to get out of the way. Back out front, Zishan working right on that 6 bumper. That 3 car. Chris starting to push the outside. Remember, Chris won last week, or actually this week, Monday, in the other series for these guys. They race on Mondays and Fridays. This is a super speedway series, so they are starting to work their way up. There you see them going around a lap car. Once again, Chris Worrell leading lap number 5. I'll tell you guys a little bit about HomesNow, the main sponsor of this series. As we watch the battle for the lead, you could go see their website, and it tells you literally everything about this. And this is where I get all my information from about it. So it's really cool. Basically, it's a nonprofit organization created by Jim Peterson, who's racing here tonight, and Doug Gustafson. In 2017, actually 2 years ago, in June. So that is made of entirely volunteer workers, which is, to me, is very awesome. No one gets paid, so that's really neat. They are funded through private donations, which is why during the commercial it says donate here and stuff like that. It funds everybody that needs basically a house. And it's very interesting because they're actually doing a project right now that's going to build so many houses. I think it opens up in August, if I'm not mistaken. And it's basically called tiny houses. It costs $4,000 to build these houses. And it's very neat. And it's not, from what I've seen, it's not like a government house or anything like that because it is privately owned. So please, please, please go check out homesnow.org. Please support these guys. Share it on Facebook. If you're up in Washington, be sure to do that, you see me bringing it up right there on your screen, hit that like button just like that, and there you go. And really cool to have these guys really not broadcast, but support iRacing League, because that they do so much more than what these guys are doing or what I'm doing or anything like that. So I can't give them thanks enough. So you're up in Bellingham, Washington tomorrow, 432 West Bakerville Road in Bellingham, Washington. They're having a rummage sale tomorrow, and I'm sure all the proceeds, of course, go to them to help support this great and awesome cause. I love doing stuff like that. So a little bit of damage right now on the back of that 6 truck. Chris Worrell. Don't think it's going to affect him too much, but he may have to spend some time on pit road if we get a caution. We're working lap 17, coming to 18 out of 70 right now. Here comes that 10 truck once again. Zishan has been the man pretty much on a mission. Him and the 6 has done a really good job. They did switch just a minute ago in that 3 truck as well. Done a great job. Here comes the 43, by the way. Paul up on the outside. Being pushed right now by Travis Rucker and a 58 of Jim Peterson. And the 5. We're going to go ahead and throw him in that mix as well. Chris Ingalls. And then we got some lap cars up in front of it. Remember, this is an 11-car breakaway after we had a huge crash at the start of this race that took out basically half the field. We started with 29 drivers, and a big crash happened on, I believe it was lap 3. But a big crash happened, and unfortunately it took out a lot of drivers, but that does happen sometimes on these races. And there you see the 6. He may just be getting air, so he did make a weird move. Of course, the wind's blowing around quite a bit too, but so far so good though. We should be coming to pit stops here within the next, what is it? Let me check. They've been out there for 15 laps. Chris has been out there actually for 19 laps. I'm going to say we're probably going to see some pit stops here soon. Probably within the next, 10 laps, I would say. Maybe a little bit later than that. We'll have to wait and see, but I know these guys are going to have to hit pit road soon. I don't exactly know what the fuel mileage is on the trucks. You see that one truck right there with that damage on the front getting out of the way of these guys. Don't want to cause an issue. Great move, great sportsmanship by him. Don't want to cause a wreck up front. But everybody getting single file right now, basically just logging laps. This is the way Talladega normally goes and towards the end or towards the middle of these races. They did the same thing last week at Daytona. It's just super speedway racing. You do have some guys pulling out a line here and there, mainly probably just to get air to their truck. They're going to continue probably to ride single file. Like I said, you may have some guys jump out here and there to try to get a run, but you can get a run on the outside by yourself. You can do it. We've seen it. But with this wind in turn 1, you've got to really be careful when you want to do that. It's moving these trucks around quite a bit, so you don't want to get up there and cause any problems or anything. You see that 33 really high. He is just getting there. That's exactly what he's doing. We can't really see too much of the track or the oil temp in these cars. I was trying to find it, but all of them is the same. So just riding on board with some different drivers here. Chris Ingalls. I love his roll bar collar. That's cool. This is Jim Peterson. You got to see how far he is back. So out here is about 3/10 back from the 33 truck. And you see the run that he gets. He's actually pulling out a line on purpose just to make sure he keeps his truck. You can hear him feathering the gas. And all this is doing is saving gas mileage. That's all it's doing. Chris Worrell, you see him now back out front. And he dropped in a few laps ago. You see Zishan dropping back. Could be just basically wanting to drop back, maybe save some fuel mileage on the number 10 truck. The more you draft behind guys, the more gas you save. Pretty simple, because you're going to be lifting quite a bit here. And I don't know if we can actually hear them lifting. kind of hear him. He's about 75% right now. You see him only at 7,000 RPM. But I'm sure the speed's still going up at 185. You're up there, you hear him letting off 184, 182. So that's just normal. And all he's doing, that's Jason Papp. All he's doing right now, basically saving gas. And no, I mean, you still got, you know, a good, what, how many laps? Like 47 or so. So no need to rush anything. You've got plenty of time to get up there at Talladega. You can get up there in one lap if you really wanted to. As long as you have the help. So that's why you're seeing a lot of single file. Only issue could be if one of these guys checks up. That's where trouble could happen. Of course, tonight Zishan started on the pole for the first time this season. As you see them go by that 3M truck. As the 12, Greg McConey. All these guys giving each other a lot of room right now. That they could really, if they wanted to, suck up to each other's bumper and actually bump draft. But you're not doing nothing. I mean, you're spaced out far enough from these other four guys right back here. You don't really need to be super tucked up. You're just out there logging laps. So no use to get your truck too hot and blow up or anything like that. But it's some excellent racing here at Talladega so far. Right now, basically, it's follow the leader. You're just following around Chris Worrell. He's led 9 laps, looking to probably lead 10 this time. And really, it's just a chess match. Everybody getting in line, and there you see a couple trucks pulling out. Don't know if they're going to stay out there long. This could just be strategy, maybe cool it off a little bit. But that is the 5 of Chris Ingles pulling out, and the 3, it looks like, or actually, that's the 2 who pulled out a line. Once again, don't know if they're going to be able to clear going into turn 1 or not, but we'll see as they exit turn 4. Will the run happen, or is this just getting, maybe this truck getting a little bit too hot? Oh, they was able to get out quite a bit up on that high line. That's impressive. Both of them cleared it by themselves. That's really impressive. So, new leader, Zach Bowerman's going to jump up and take the lead. And that's going to lead his first lap. So far, 11 lead changes. I mentioned these guys back here. Brody Smith right now. And that 22 leading Connor, Carlos, and Jeremy Boucher. On board right now with Carlos in that 81. Pushing that Avengers truck of Connor right in front of him. They work into turn 4. This is a new Chevy Silverado, by the way, that Iracing added a few. Well, it's been a few weeks now. It's been about a few months, actually, I would say. Pretty cool looking dash, though. I love the look of it. And of course, the front of it looks awesome as well. So Jason Papp and Chris coming down pit road. So pit strategy starting to happen. 23 laps in. We'll be interested to see how this breaks all these guys up. You start to see it now. So we're really going to be interested here in about, we'll say about 25 seconds to see who else comes down. You see the 5 going to the high side, Chris Ingles. Maybe staying out because he's not going to be able to get down unless he drops in down behind the 10 of Zishan. And that door is going to get closed very fast. Here comes the 43 with the big Ron Paul closing up on the back bumper of Zishan with these guys coming down pit road. Well, we got one car dropping in. Not entirely sure who that is. Travis Rucker actually coming down pit road. He started back in 21st place. He has done a good job. Actually had that little bit of damage you see. Now, with him pitting by himself, this actually could hurt him. So we'll have to wait to see if he's able to pick back up the draft once these other guys pit. I would expect Chris to have to hit pit road any time because he's been out there for 22 laps, but he stayed out front for quite a few. He really didn't save a ton of gas. So I'm thinking maybe this time we'll start seeing a lot of people hit pit road. Oh, there you go. Caution flag is out.
Yes, they'll take a Captain Morgan and Diet Coke.
Sorry about that, guys. This is a sponsor thing. And there you see the damaged trucks. Wow. Trying to see who that was. I've seen smoking. The 93 was involved. Ryan Keller. I said pit road was going to be big. Watch coming off turn 4. They drop down, and there you go. Hard into the wall, both of them. And I don't know who the else that was. Back here, he lost it by himself. Trying to see if that was back there. So just bear with me. Oh, that was Hilton Young. Actually lost it by himself off turn 4. Oh, he hit the apron. I think, and try to avoid the wreck, and tires was just too slick. There he goes on the apron. I don't really know what happened on that one. That was a weird one. One more time on board. Oh, it just went around. That's strange. The tires was jacked up on that one. Anyway, pit road's going to be open. Tough break for them guys. But this is going to get a lot of these guys back up close now. As pit road is open. And what a break, though, for Travis Rucker. He actually should take the lead. And not only him, there was a couple other guys as well. Chris actually didn't go a lap down. Cody Smith won a lap down. Will be Lucky Dog, I believe. There you see Chris having some, or actually Zach Bowerman having some trouble on pit lane right behind the 10. These tires on these trucks pretty much shot now. Track temp has actually risen at 121 degrees. And the wind at 9 miles an hour right here on the front stretch now. You see the flags blowing in the background, quite a bit of wind whipping around. Zeshawn going to win the race off pit road, but Travis Rucker going to be your leader as we work a lap number 30 under caution.
the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back. iRacing East Series presented by HomesNow. Watching live Talladega coverage as Travis Rucker out in front. Getting ready to lead his third lap. Should be getting ready to go green next time by. Working our second caution of the night so far. Had a big one earlier on. Only 5 caution laps though. Still 39 laps to go. 12 lead changes so far. As you see the pace lights go out. Trucks doubling up. Had a big crash back on the lap 3, and then we went green for a long time. Actually was getting ready to start green flag pit stops, and unfortunately caution struck again and took out some good drivers as they was entering pit road. Had some trouble. We mentioned that at the start of the race. That could be some trouble. I'm still interested on what this wind's doing. We see the wind fluctuate. Now this is where they are on track. That is the wind in that direction and all that good stuff. So as they come off turn 2, wind speed right at 3 miles an hour. And I'm wondering what this is doing to the trucks, because now it seems like the wind's kind of moved. So it's interesting. I don't know. Kind of cool how that works out on iRacing. Did y'all, anybody happen to watch the iRacing live from yesterday on NBC Sports Network? Very cool stream that they had. It gave iRacing a lot of exposure, which is really good. Pace car is dropping in as we are set to go green for the 3rd time here tonight. Restart about underway, just about halfway, 33 laps in once we hit the line. Travis Rucker, Z-Shine out front. A lot of single file trucks behind him, and some guys pitted late.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out in the air as I keep forgetting to turn off my spotter. Z-Shine was a pretty good start. However, the 33 didn't get the greatest start, so not sure if Z-Shine's going to be able to get up here and pass for the lead or not. He is not. He's going to drop down, leave the 33 out by himself. He's going to lose a few spots maybe as he can get down, and he does. So a great move there by him to get down as a couple other trucks start to work the outside, and someone jumped up. A bunch of trucks starting to jump up. They noticed that outside line was moving, and a bunch of other trucks jumped up, and might not have been the best idea. You ain't going to be able to move too much if everybody jumps up. However, it leaves that 85, Travis Rucker, on the inside, and unfortunately gets past. Chris Worrell jumps back out to the front. As we got 3 lanes starting to work now on that outside. You see the 3rd lane starting to work. We're going to have 2 trucks caught in the middle, and it looks like the 95, John. Is he going to be able to get down? Oh, we got 1 truck up at the wall. That is the 5 of Chris Ingalls. That's a big hit on his. See him scraping the wall. I don't see no damage. Oh, a little bit of damage on the back end. That netcode damage, it looked like. Meanwhile, back up front, single file starting to take shape once again. And it was 95 John LeBombard was able to get down. Right now being pushed by Jim Peterson. Both from HomesNow. Actually, I don't know if John is. I apologize. But he does have HomesNow on the truck. See that 3 truck working the outside. We was able to see actually trucks get up here and work the outside by themselves with 1 truck behind them and actually make a lot of ground. You're seeing it here once again. Watch the run. We'll hop on board. Watch the run he gets. By himself, just with 1 car pushing him. That 6 was moving around quite a bit. Oh, one on the apron. The 10 hit the apron. Connor's starting to work his way up. I knew it was a matter of time we'd see Connor up there. As they work off turn 4, coming to the black and white stripe, start-finish line. Who's going to lead the lap? Will we have a new leader? Zach Bowerman takes over the lead, and that will be 5 laps led for him. Trying to get redemption after last week had some trouble. Started on a pole last week in the Cup car. Some great racing happening right now up front. 25 Connor starting to work his way up as well. Being pushed right now by that 7 truck. And I'm trying to actually see if that is a 7 or is it a 22. Let's see who that 22 is. I think he might be a lap down. Oh, Brody Smith. Or the 7 truck, not the 22. Cody Smith. Oh, go figure that one out. Oh, these guys do not want to see this. The 22 and the 7 hook back up. Remember, Brody won last week, being pushed by Cody in that 7. And here he is again, midway through this race, pushing his brother up towards the front. Once again, and that may be a lot of damaging news for the rest of these guys. And there you see it. 25 able to take that lead away. Leaves his brother up on the outside, but Cody Smith right now 1 lap down, so it's not really going to affect him. He's just trying to get the lucky dog if a caution was to fly. As they work off turn 4, will we see actually Connor? I apologize. I kept saying Brody. Brody's still up on that high side right now. Will we see a new leader? That's close. I believe the 25 got him. And Brody Smith leads his first lap. Now we can say the brother was pushing his brother because it was. Brody Smith was pushing Cody Smith. And that 7 truck, that red, was actually 1 lap down. But if he's able to stay out front and a caution was to happen, then he would be back on the lead lap. U.S. Air Force on the side of Brody's truck. These trucks are getting a little crazy right now. For some odd reason, business kind of picked up for whatever reason that is. Seen a lot of single file earlier, and not seeing it too much now. As we see the 3 jump to the outside. The 6 going to pull up in front of him alongside the 25. This could be a lot of braking momentum. That's where things can get crazy. The 25 I thought was going to have trouble there. Right here's where the wind was moving the most. See it 7 miles per hour. Not sure what that's doing to these trucks. It does move them around. Still about 12 laps away from hitting pit road. If these guys can make it to lap 50, they are good to go to the end once they hit pit road. So could be a one-stop race. Go high above, take a peek down. There you go. Back out front, Zishan able to take the lead. Now 11 laps led for him. Done a great job. Oh, you see that 95 get pushed up. Here comes that 58 underneath him. Being pushed right now by that 3 on the outside. Big run from the outside coming. Up on the outside as the 25 being led right now, being pushed by the 3. And the 95 looks like he may be falling back, but here comes Jim Peterson up towards the front. He is looking to try to stay in 3rd. Right now showing in 5th place. He may trying to get some air to that truck in that 58 car. Anybody's race. It just all depends on strategy and will it pay off. Ooh, the 6 almost came up into the 25. Ooh, that pushed the 25 out. Wow. He's going to drop back quite a bit. There's trouble with the 58, the 3, the 85, and the 95, and even more. As big wreck happens, and it takes out a lot of good cars. I've seen this one, I believe, from a mile away. Watch the 3. Comes down. You might be able to get a better view from here. I believe Chris Mayer came down just a little bit. There's the bump, the bump, and then, let's see, let me double check this. 58 Mayer came up, it's close to say. I believe the 3 came down just a hair. And there you go. Unfortunately, 4 cars, maybe more. 33 spinning. Don't know if he got into the wall. He did a good job of keeping it off the wall. That was a great job by the 33 truck. I don't know how he was actually able to keep it off the wall. Watch this one. 85 went for a ride. Misses that. Goes to the pace car. As long as nobody hit him, he knew he was good. And there you have it. Made it through without getting hit. Awesome job by him. Great job. Call it a wreck if you want, but he was able to hold on to it without wrecking or without hitting anything. Most important thing. So pit road is going to be open. Unfortunately, some good drivers taken out. Chris being one of them. Jim Peterson has some damage. I don't know how bad Jim's truck really is. You see the right outside. He's going to be sitting on pit road. He should be okay. He's going to be sitting there getting some damage done. As you see his crew with the HomesNow. Look, that's pretty cool. Jason Papp stays out. We expect him to come back in. These guys are still short for what I'm seeing. Should be interesting to see.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is Iracing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back to Iracing East Series, live from Talladega. If you're watching as the group will double back up here in just a few moments. We're going to take another trip around and run down real fast as they run. Is somewhere right here. There you go. As they run, unofficially. Carlos out front right now has led 3 laps. And then right behind him. Oh. Alright, guys, having some trouble with something. There we go. Let me fix something, guys. I know y'all are having a little bit of trouble with some lag. See if I can fix that for you all. Hopefully, anyway. Alright, so Zishan going to be starting in second. Carlos up front. Chris Worrell, Zach Bowerman is in 4th. And Connor is in 5th. That's your top 5. Now, this could change a little bit as we get set to go back green. We can take a look here. So far, only 3 cautions, not bad. 8 laps so far under caution once we hit the start-finish line. Going to be doubling up this time as you see Carlos. It looks like he may come down pit road. Interesting call. Not super surprised, but we'll see how this plays out. Some of these guys might not need to pit if we have another caution, so we'll see. So Zishan's going to stay out front and in the lead. It's going to be close on field. I'm not going to lie. Like, we're looking right at the edge field mileage window. You're going to have to draft quite a bit in order to make it. Some of these guys that just stayed out, such as Chris, Zishan, Connor, and Paul, I don't know if they can make it, but like guys like Jim Peterson, he's really close. Zach Bowerman, I think, is from 6th back, will be able to make it. From Jeremy Boucher, Zach Bowerman, Chris Ingles, all these guys should be able to make it on their stop now. So very interesting call. Great call. Way to look ahead. So we'll see if it pays out for them. We mentioned the weather has dropped 1 degree track temp, so we're at 120 once again. But as we get set to go, green flag next time by. Tomorrow night, ESPN NASCAR Series. K&N Series, that is, live from Pocono. I'll be racing that, hopefully. Well, I hope I'm not losing connection. It is thundering really bad at my house, so if I'm losing connection, I do apologize. But luckily, we'll get it covered just to make sure I'll have it recorded for you guys to make sure y'all don't miss nothing. So I do apologize if there's some lag. Hopefully it stops, but it is thundering and lightning outside. It just started. I just heard it over. Y'all probably heard it over the microphone. Hopefully it won't, but we should be good. But you just never know how things like that can go. But I'll be recording just in case. So if something happens, it does. I'll upload it immediately on YouTube after. Should be good, but you just never know how that goes. The pace car is going to pull in. How about that single file on the inside? When everybody else pitted, they get single file, so the 2 cars on the outside did not pit. That is a 6 and a 43. Chris Worrell and Paul. Don't want to butcher your last name. I apologize. I'm going to have to get these guys' last names in to tell me what it is.
Green flag.
Green flag. Back out into the air. As you see the flag man waving the flag. Going crazy with it. And this is going to leave Z-Shot on the inside with no help. And the 6 is going to drive around him probably pretty easily. The guys behind him, though, fighting for everything they can. Actually, the 6 drops down. But can the 25 Connor get around them? If I'm these 4 guys with this break behind me, I'm going to try my best to get single file as quick as I can and not let these guys behind me catch me. But I think Jim Peterson might have the draft. Not quite. He's near it, but not quite. I'm showing 410. Nah, he's definitely got it now. Wow. Even with that damage, he's able to suck right up to the back of the 43. 3 wide. 25 caught in the middle. As we come to lap 49, working lap 49. Everybody leaving Connor right now in the middle right now, making him drop back in that Avengers Toyota. Up, here comes 7, Cody Smith. Back on the lead lap. We know he can push really well, so we'll see if he's able to get up here and push some of these guys, or maybe he'll want to decide to try to get the win himself. Don't blame him at all. Not sure who that was. It just blinked out. The 43, he is back. He's good to go, I hope. He's probably got some connection issues as well. '81 Carlos leading this race. 4 laps led so far, but on the outside, here he comes. Zach Bowerman working that outside line right now, being pushed by Brody Smith and the 7 of Cody Smith. And then a 58 of Jim Peterson right there hooked onto the tail end as well. Looks like Zach wants his lead. Just a little bit of information for you guys. This is a 13 car pack, and right now, unfortunately, for 14th back is 1 lap down, starting with the 3 multiple laps down. There you see the 81 dropping back. Probably called for. We'll see what happens with that. Zach Bowman still out front now. 7 laps led for him in that number 62 truck. Right now being pushed by the 6. Chris Worrell. You see that 22 Brody Smith. Ooh, the 6 came up a little bit. '22 may be dropping back. Brody Smith may be going back towards the back. Cody Smith working on the outside right now. He is working on that side draft. On the 10, the 6 is going to jump up in front of him. We're going to see the same thing happen to the 6 that we've seen happen a few laps ago. And he's going to get caught in the middle. And looks like Jim Peterson for now is going to drop in and maybe help him.
Caution is out.
And around they go.
What can we do to try to help it if we do get another restart?
Sorry about the spotter thing, guys. Not sure what happened here. The 25 gets into the wall. Not sure if it started with the 6 and 25. Oh, the 25 and 7. And the 6 just lost it. 25 gets a run. 7 moving around a little bit too much. Jim Peterson gets involved. He goes around. Oh, the 25 gets more damage. Car spinning around. Cody Smith with the damage on his back. Sadly, that happens. We're going to take our final break. We'll be right back. Because I got to eat something. Welcome back. Iracing E-Series presented by HomesNow. We're coming down to the wire. 56 laps on the board. Still got a few remaining. See if we can find somebody to talk to. Let's talk to Jeremy. Who's she? Hey, Jeremy, got a copy? Hey, Jeremy, got a copy? Hey, Jeremy, you got me?
Yeah, buddy.
Well, you're up in second place right now, and you got a little bit of damage, but I know you don't want to say too much of what your plan is going to be because you never know who's listening. But how's the truck been so far? It looks like it's a handful out there.
Yeah, truck's been all right so far. Got caught up in, I guess, the second or third caution right there in the tri-oval, and that kind of did me in. And I'm actually just going to pit in here with one to go, get some fuel, get some tires, and hopefully I can keep it on the track for the rest of the race. So talk to the next one.
Yeah, man, you never know what's going to happen just because, you know, with the way the cautions are happening. You never know. You may be in the right spot at the right time. So good luck tonight, or good luck the rest of the way. I know you want a little bit more, but still, decent finish.
Well, thank you, buddy. Thanks for broadcasting, and hopefully we have a good run here.
Thank you, man. I'll move you back up. Other is Jeremy Boucher going to be pitting in this time with that little bit of damage he's got. We'll see how that's going to affect him. It's going to be interesting. Oh, he might have had to change your heart. Is he going to stay out? He's going to stay out. Interesting. See what happens. Anybody else? Let me see. Are they going to double file this time? Oh, we are doubling up this time. So we'll see how this plays out. Stop to Jeremy. He's going to have a decent finish probably nonetheless, even with that little bit of damage. Because there's only 13 cars actually right now on the lead lap. So still some good guys running in this one though. Sorry guys, I know there's probably a little bit of lag on my end. And once again, this I will upload the remainder of the race on YouTube nonetheless to make sure it's clear for you guys. Not sure exactly what's going on with it, but there's a storm in my area, so it could be affecting the broadcast. So it's okay though, I am recording it. We'll just tie it all in together. We're waiting on the pace car to drop in, and we are looking after working this caution. 4 cautions so far for only 10 laps. Still 13 to go once we hit the line. That's a long way around this place, 2.5 miles each lap. So still quite a few laps. Anything can happen in 13 laps. Let's just be honest. So here we go. Pace car pulls in. Green flag about to come out. And he's shot right on the back bumper of that 33. 2 up on the high side. Zach Bowman behind the 8. Jeremy Boucher. Green flag is back out in the air once again at Talladega. It'll be interesting to see what this 8 can do. If he gets pushed, he might have a chance to stay out front. But I think he's going to have some help behind him. As long as these guys don't leave him right away, the 6-2 is going to drop in, and now the 8's just going to pull up out of the way and let these guys go. He knew he was slow. We talked to him, and unfortunately got some of that damage early on, like he mentioned. But you never know. He may be fast enough to keep up in the draft. I mean, he's still in the lead lap. You see the 10 right up front, blocking right now that 6 truck. Don't count out these Smith brothers either. Cody Smith and Brody Smith. That's 7 and 22. And don't count out Zach Bowerman. We know he's fast. up on that high line. Jason Papp right now running in 7th as well on that bottom side. He's been up front, been in the back, and he has continued to keep his truck clean for the most part. As we come to lap 60 next time by, we're going to have 11 laps to go. 25 lead changes so far. See if that changes right here off the exit of turn 4. Really good push up on that high line. I believe we may have a new leader at the line through the tri-oval. And Chris Bowerman going to be pushed up front by the 22 of Brody Smith. New leader, 26 lead changes so far. Oh, Brody Smith going to go around as he come down into the 33. Caution flag going to happen. No caution. Okay. Brody Smith has shut the truck off. And no caution flag. Very interesting. Here's a look at the wreck that happened. Brody Smith was right here, and he just couldn't clear the 10. And 10 tagged him just a little bit. And there you go. And around he went. And I don't know how a caution didn't come out. We got a 3-car breakaway. It is Brody Smith, Cody Smith, and the 5 of Chris Ingalls, who's had trouble breaking away from his group. We got multiple cars all over the track right now behind these guys. I mean, there's some smoke still in the turn. That's the 6 of Chris Worrell right there with Z-Shot behind them. They're not going to be able to catch this group, I don't think. Not with 3 trucks. These guys just need to ride this out until the last lap. If I'm them, that's exactly what I'm doing. That was insane. I don't entirely know why there wasn't a caution called. Sometimes iRacing does that, but probably should have been one called on that one. You probably should have threw it. Or iRacing probably should have threw it anyway. Anyway, these 3 cars breaking away from Z-Shot and Chris back here. And you see these guys, they're just nowhere near the speed right now. Nobody else is really near the speed. The only guys near the speed, I'm just looking. Man, there ain't really many people that's near that speed. Coming to 8 laps to go. And these guys do have enough gas. Right now it is... Oh, I thought that was Brody Smith out front, but I lied. It was Zach Bowerman. Zach trying to get some revenge from last week, trying to get a little bit of redemption here. Cody Smith actually pushed his brother to the win last week. He's now in position to win, followed by Chris Ingalls. Chris Ingalls, Zach Bowerman, and Cody Smith, all part of Suit Life Motorsports. So a 3-team or a 1-team breakaway right now between Brody, Chris, and Cody. Or not Brody, I'm sorry. Chris, Cody, and Zach. There we go. So really awesome for them guys, though. Really cool to be able to make it through that. And there you see, unfortunately, the crippled truck of Chris Etchpair going to be 2 laps down in that number 3 Goodrich car here at Talladega. 7 laps to go at the line. You see Connor and Z-Shon, or Chris and Z-Shon doing everything they can. Unfortunately, just 2 cars is not going to be enough to catch these guys. We'll look at them too as they work out of turn 4. Back out front with their leaders. I don't want to say a gift got given, but somebody basically parted the seas for these guys because they did a great job on getting through that. You see them passing the 25 of Connor. Unfortunately, will lap down now, showing in ninth place at the moment. Riding on board right now with the top guy, Zach Bowerman. Looks like he might have a little bit of damage. I don't know if we can see that or not. Hey, he's pretty good. It's going to be interesting to see what the 5 does in all this. If the 7 decides to pull out a line, will the 5 go with him, or well, how's this going to be? Right now it's a 1-2-3 team finish. What is the team orders, I guess we could say, given? Are they happy with Zach winning? Or if you're Cody, do you jump out? I say you've got to go for the win if you're Cody and Chris. I mean, that's what you're here for. Of course, the main goal is not going to be take each other out. But I say on that last lap, it's everybody for themselves. There ain't no teammates in that situation. Coming to 4 laps to go. With this time by, and we have seen 17 laps led for Zach and 26 lead changes and a little bit of a, I don't know if that's a breakaway or just Cody backing up a little bit off of the 62 to maybe get a run, but there is a gap there, a pretty good size, about a truck length gap between the two. Cody could actually be getting hot. I didn't think of that. Could be some overheating issues. He does got a little bit of damage to his nose. We may see him pull out a line here and try to get around this 62. You see him pushing him pretty good there. Yeah, he's looking just for air, I believe. And then you see the 5 actually now working his way to the outside. So we're starting to see some moves being made. Or is this, once again, just trying to get some air to the nose of that car? And how about this? You see the draft trying to be broken by the 62. And you got to be careful doing that. Because if they get a run on you until you're inside, it could cause problems. And that's the last thing you want to do is 3 laps now showing on the board. Jump back just a little bit. Zishan's still being pushed right now by Chris. And then Carlos being pushed by Jim Peterson, who's going to have a decent night, both of these guys. Peterson showing in 7th, actually back here by himself. So he's actually trying to stay out in front of these guys. So the worst he's going to finish, I think, will be 8th, but we'll see. Two laps to go. When do you make your move if you're the 2nd or 3rd place car? I say you do it this lap and try to get it. And just protect that inside line. And here comes the 5. Chris Ingalls look to the outside. Now, you're not going to be able to catch the 2 if you do this. It's too long, so we'll see how this works out. And honestly, it looks like the 7's having some trouble once again. I think he's just overheating. I think that's one reason why we see him backing off like that. So 3 teammates going to be racing for the win here at Talladega, and it's going to be one that walks out of here with victory and 2 others that do not and could be upset, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure they're happy with the 1-2-3 finish. As we work out of turn 4, the 1 to go sign will be in the air. The white flag will show this time around the Iracing East Series at Talladega. White flag out. When will the 7 get a run? Now, he is backing up. This could be his shot to get a run off turn 2. We're going to see that that 62 truck out front. We're going to see him moving around quite a bit here on the backstretch. This could be his shot to break it. Yep, there you go. He's going to try to get the draft for the 3. Here comes the run. Now, this is anybody's race. Seven's trying to suck up to the back of the 62. He's still got a lot of track left. Here they come through 3 and 4. Seven's going to look to the outside. 62 trying to block. Cody Smith trying to take the lead over Zach Bowerman, and he will take the lead. Guard the outside. You've got to guard the outside because the 5 is pushing him. Zach Bowerman's going to drop to 3rd, to the apron, and the 5's hard into the wall. Teammates wrecked, and across the line, Cody Smith wins. Who's going to finish in 3rd? Zeshawn is going to cross in 3rd, and unfortunately for Chris Ingalls, he will not finish the race. He was probably 30 feet from the line. He's going to finish back in 7th, I believe. But here's your winner. It has been a Smith brother. Winners, I guess we can say, because winner last week, Cody Smith's winning here tonight. So congratulations to him. Zach Bowerman finishing in 2nd, and unfortunately, Chris Ingalls going to finish what I'm seeing in 6th place, if that's official. Yes, it is official. So I don't know if it's official or not. It's showing 7th, but I don't know exactly where he finished. And hit the wall there a little bit too. All right. And 7's going to burn it down. Cody Smith in that Mountain Dew Code Red. Love that stuff. Hey, good burnout there. Different. Wasn't easy by any means. We're going to talk to him. Hey, Cody Smith, you got... Oh. Hey, Cody Smith, you got me?
10-4, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. Probably not as good as you. You started way back in 24th place. Only led 1 lap. And to be honest, you had a damaged truck. We thought you was pretty much out. 1 lap down at one point. You battled back, though, and was able to get that win over your teammate. Talk us through your night.
I was involved in 3 accidents tonight. 1 on a restart there. Another one like 5 to go, and then so about a minute of damage tonight. But luckily, I kept the RPMs up, no engine damage, so I was able to miss the last one and pass my teammate there for the win.
We've seen you backing off your corners a lot on the 62 truck. Was you just practicing getting a run, or was your truck just overheating? But we've seen you really practicing that a little bit.
Yeah, I was just practicing it over the last about 7 laps there, just seeing what I could really do to pull up to him and watching the truck behind me and working to perfect.
Man, you did a fantastic job tonight. 1 lap led, and lately it's been just the Smith brothers have been winning these races. So congratulations on that, man. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, actually we won the last 5 in the plate league
Wow.
together. So yeah, we're keeping the streak alive, and yeah, Plan B sales, HomesNow, Midwest Motor Customs, they do an awesome job with painting our trucks for us. Greg McConey, the best painter I know, man. But yeah, the new sponsor, Plan B sales, came on board today. Awesome diecast, so it's really good to have them in the league.
Yeah, for sure. I order from them all the time. So man, congratulations on tonight. Big win. Go out there and celebrate.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we talk to Zach, who finishes in 2nd place. We'll move him down. Hey, Zach, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you was fast last week after getting the pole. You was very fast tonight, and unfortunately couldn't hold him back. Looked like the draft just got too much of him, or helped him a little bit too much there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the entire race, I felt pretty good. When I got up to the front when I wanted to, I went back to the back a few times, and then when I wanted to get back up there, I could do it. So I was pretty confident the whole night. After that last wreck in turn 1, I knew when it was just the 3 of us, I was telling them, because I was communicating with all 3 of them. I was like, man, I am a sitting duck here, and I knew that for about 10 laps, and I knew they were gonna race me. So oh well, I couldn't ask for it any other way there. It was nice, finished clean, just got a 1x for going into the grass trying to avoid a wreck. But yeah, it doesn't get much better than that on my end.
Yeah, I mentioned that you finished 2nd a couple times tonight, so this has to be, kind of a nice thing for you to come out here and you actually was able to finish this race and put it in a good position to finish in 2nd place.
Yeah, I mean, checking the leaderboard, there were a lot of wrecked cars tonight. So the first part of these races is survive, get to the end, and then when you're at the end, you got to position yourself. And I just missed out on that one.
Well, you did a good job tonight, man, finishing in second place, almost able to get the win. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, shout out Cody, because he and I work really well together. So getting to that position we did, it was nice. We kind of planned on that, just get there. I'd like to thank Bottled Up, Midwest Motor Customs. Yeah, Greg does a hell of a job doing his paints. Plan B Sales, and HomesNow. I mean, they all support us, and I hope they're entertained tonight.
Yeah, for sure, man. Congratulations tonight.
Thanks, Adam. See you next week.
Next up, we bring in Zishan, who finishes in third place. He's got to be, I don't know, kind of bittersweet, I guess, for him. Zishan, you got me?
Yep.
Man, it's got to be kind of bittersweet for you. You was able to lead a few laps and actually was one of the dominating cars here again tonight. You finished third. At one point, it didn't look like you was even going to finish third. So it's got to be nice to at least get inside the top three.
Yeah, it's nice to get third. I mean, it'll help me in the points. But I'm kind of disappointed that I had a shot at winning it, but they didn't. Iracing didn't throw yellow for that wreck, which kind of sucks. But good win for.
Yeah, I mentioned that. It was kind of strange. I thought they should have thrown one too because it's a pretty good one. But still, third place tonight does help you into points, man. I know you wanted to win, but it seems like you're getting better. You're able to run out front every week, and I'm sure that you noticed that as well. Is there anything that you learned tonight that you could continue to work with next week, or is it just pretty much go out there and sling it to the wind, I guess we can say, because, you know, it is a plate track?
Yeah, I learned to kind of stay towards the front if I qualify up there rather than just right at the back the whole race. It makes it a lot more interesting. I also learned I need to do something to learn how to drive these trucks better because these are very loose on super speedways.
Yeah.
I was kind of dancing around the whole race, and it bit my teammate at the end when he pushed me when I was loose. But I got to work on that. But other than that, it was a solid night.
Yeah, I talked to you at the start of the race, and I was curious what you would want to do, so at least you learned something from it. So congratulations on third place, 13 laps led. I know you got the pole. That's always a good thing. So any shout-outs you want to give out?
Yeah, first of all, Jason Pat for putting on a great league. Happy birthday, Jason. JD Motorsports for giving me an opportunity to run in this league. Nick Kessler's the owner. Also, Plan B Sales for sponsoring the league. Also, HomesNow.
All right, man. Well, good job tonight, and we'll talk to you here next week. Move him back out.
Thank you.
So that was a great race, and honestly, a good shout out to all them guys. Thank you, everybody, for sponsoring. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. That's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. I got to upload this video so it won't lag at the end, and sorry about the trouble we had with that. It does happen from time to time, but whatever. We'll move on from it and get better as we go. So I hope everybody had a great night. Everybody check out these sponsors: HomesNow, Iracing, iFlag, Plan B Sales, Midwest Customs, all these guys. I know I'm mentioning some. You can check the commercials and get all of them. But thanks them guys for sponsoring. I hope everybody has a great night. Y'all take care and God bless.